Just a year ago, the comment section of my videos were flooded with beautiful words of encouragement, thankfulness, even praise for my work as a content creator, showcasing the beauty of this culture, the hidden places that are not only worth visiting, but understanding Polish people, their character, who they are, what do they give out to the world, and what have they done for the history of Europe and the whole world. But undeniably, I've noticed a big change. Very difficult to ignore. Now I get comments such as, stop promoting Poland. Be quiet about this. Just be here and enjoy it, but don't ring the alarm, or they're gonna come. We don't want the wrong type of people entering. So what has happened? Let's talk about this. Boom! Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up people? Hola, JT here. Welcome to another episode. What is this change of rhetoric? What happened when all of a sudden we went from being proud, not only of being Polish people have always been very proud of who they are in their country, but proud of the world finding out more about this culture. Again, it's something extremely difficult to miss. I have had conversations with other creators where we are exchanging notes, thinking, hey, have you noticed also the growing comments? Basically, people begging us to stop promoting the country. What is going on? I can understand where this comes from. I am not oblivious to what's been happening all around Europe. I would even say around the world, because the problem is not just in Europe, but it is highlighted in Europe, specifically Western Europe. Western Europe has always been the epicenter for growth, development, what you would call a good life in Europe. When you think about Western countries such as Germany, Spain, France, all the countries in the north, Scandinavia, rich countries where people earn good money, they have good quality of life. But these countries seem to have made a few mistakes when it comes to their immigration policies. There are a lot of immigrants in those countries not integrating fully into the societies and kind of like running a wild, wild west. In Poland, that has been historically a country still to this day quite homogeneous and very attached to its culture, its roots, and historically, of course, having had endured all of those movements of oppression and divisions and being erased from the map, well, then it's fair to say and very easy to understand how Poles are very guarded of their identity. And I think that there has been a growing sentiment, understandably so, of wanting to gatekeep their border. Poland now is like the best or worst kept secret in Europe. It happens among creators even. There are so many more creators on flying to Poland to create content. And every time they come, they are all saying the same things. Wow, this place is fantastic. It's safe, it's clean. Some of them say it's cheap. So it's very, very important that we specify and we make sure not to offend Polish people by saying that, oh, Poland is such an amazing country because it's cheap. Polish people are in general stress-oriented, and a lot of the things they do, or at least they have done up until now, understandably so, has been based on fear. Things that they don't want to happen, things that they don't want to repeat again. There's fear in the society that Poland will become like one of those countries from the West. There are many other underlying concerns. It's not just immigration. For example, the change in foreign investment. In Poland, there is a lot of pride in consuming national product, and people have made it a target to use Polish brands to support national enterprises. And of course, with the growth of the economy in Poland, you get more and more foreign investment coming in, buying big Polish firms. Is that what we want? All of these corporations coming to Poland now, all of a sudden showing interest in the country because, again, of the safety, because of how Polish people truly care about their country. But that always comes at a price. But one thing that really interests me when it comes to this topic is the role that we content creators have, because we are being quasi-blamed for this, or at least we are being put a responsibility on our shoulders that I feel is not ours to carry. People say that we are promoting, we are showing things that are becoming more and more attractive for the wrong people, and they're just gonna flood the gates. They're gonna come and take over and turn Poland into an undesirable place. But we don't create immigration policies. We are not NGOs, we're not embassies, consulates. We have literally nothing to do with the regulations that are being put in place to safekeep the beauty and safety of your country. If anything, I want to challenge you by making you think of content creators slightly different. We are more like a postcard or like a travel book where you would see a beautiful image and you would be immediately interested. What is that place? I want to go there. That's a little bit of what we do, of course, in a way more interactive way. When we used to see BBC documentaries or National Geographic documentaries, those things would incite your interest, would pique your interest and get your mind going and dreaming of one day visiting a place that looked incredibly interesting to you, and you wouldn't otherwise have found this or even be aware that there are places in the world such as that if you wouldn't have seen those documentaries. So content creators are nothing but the modern day filmmakers and documentary creators. Of course, all done in a different format because we want to share the world that there's beauty everywhere. Now, let's not be hypocritical from the content creator standpoint. There are many creators doing this because they want to get views. They want to get subscribers. And with views and subscribers, you get money. But I would like to believe that our audiences understand that we are doing this for the right reasons. We are doing this because we have a true interest. For example, in my case, making content about Poland, that I have a true interest in Poland, in Polish culture, in Polish people. I will tell you something that bothers me a little bit, exposing myself even to being criticized, but that's okay. So far, in my 5 years making content, I think I've proven that I have good intentions when it comes to Polish people, Poland. I have family here. My kids are half Polish, for crying out loud. Like, whatever I'm going to say about Poland or Polish people, it's literally me describing also my own children. But I've also been honest, and I've also gone there. I've made videos, even though they had the potential of getting me canceled. Way before anyone was saying bad things about Poland, I dare to go there. One thing that I am ticked off by is a little bit of the hypocrisy. People used to be upset that no one cared about Poland. They were saying, yeah, we are like the poor ex-communistic country from Central Eastern Europe. Everyone only cares about Italy and France and Germany even. Where are we? People would get upset. Also, for example, if we would have, we as creators or people making videos that were not Polish, if we would talk about certain stereotypes, people would get ticked off. Now, it's not about that. Now it's about this. Showcasing Poland, promoting it too much. We cannot have it both ways. We cannot have the cake and eat it at the same time. It's impossible. We have to be proud of our country. And I'm gonna say our country, because I'm not Polish, not yet. At some point I will hold a Polish passport, but I feel half Polish. We have to be proud of our country, who we are, who you are as Polish people, and trust that the strength of your identity is enough to guard your culture, guard your ground and your premises. Maybe you don't trust your politicians. That is fair. That's why we have a democratic country, and you can vote and you can select who are going to be your officials. And if in 5 years' time they're not doing their job, you can select new ones. Still, I don't think that a bunch of creators, the ones that are being honest with their intentions, and that is up to you also to decide. Don't just give away your likes and your comments and your shares to anyone that talks about Poland. Be selective, even if it affects me negatively. If you watching this think that I'm not being honest, I'm not being real, I am not being a good representative of Polish culture, then don't give me your likes, don't give me your views. Unsubscribe from my channel, that is okay. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that should safeguard your own culture. But it's not through the means of censorship. Trust me, the wrong type of people, the ones that come to a country to live off benefits, the ones that don't want to integrate, those people, trust me, they always find the countries that are willing to put up with whatever it is that they want to do. Always. They're not on YouTube searching and looking at a piece of content from a creator and going like, there it is, that's the next place we have to go to. And finally, guys, I would like us to do a little exercise in being a little bit less hypocritical. I create content online, so I have answers, I have data that shows me how proud Poles are about their country and who they are, and how happy it makes them to find the recognition that for such a long time was hidden, was lost. People like me, and I'm going to talk about myself right now, I don't want to sell Poland. I want to show Poland. Poland is not for sale for anybody, to anybody, at any price. Poland is here to be discovered. And that's what I like to do with my content. Go to places, discover new things, touch upon subjects that, in my opinion, are interesting and the world could benefit from knowing. So I can guarantee that nobody's gonna come to ruin Poland. Nobody's gonna steal Poland. Poland is not a place that will ever meet the same destiny that sadly a lot of the countries from the West have met. You know why? Because it's in the history, it's in the fabric of what it is to be Polish. Poles don't want to be messed with, they don't mess with anyone. They're respectful people. Don't cross the line, we won't cross the line. And by line, it's not a metaphor for border. It's just a line of respect. Let's trust that Poland will be Poland, Poles will be Poles, but there's so much to see in this country, and the world for sure will appreciate it. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of this episode. I hope you liked it. This one has a potential to be controversial. Let me know what you think. Are you in the camp of stopping creators from promoting Poland? Or are you in the camp of making sure that we safely showcase the beauty of this culture but not sell it? We, and I include myself here because I'm a creator, but I'm also a consumer of content. We are the ones that have the power to keep the officials accountable, but also the creators from not using us. I see you in another episode. Do widzenia.